Stepdad used my brother's car, savings to buy Mom a new car. So we fought back and moved out. The dealership bow was still on the hood when Greg marched my mom into the driveway like a prize he'd won. The paint looked wet. The rims looked expensive. The neighbors were outside pretending they weren't watching. My brother Mason stood barefoot on the porch, phone in his hand, thumb hovering over his banking app like maybe the numbers would apologize. Mom clapped like it was a birthday. Look at it. Isn't it gorgeous? Greg didn't look at the car. He looked at Mason. You're welcome, Greg said, loud enough for Mrs. Alvarez next door to hear over her sprinklers. Now we don't have to rely on junkers. Mason swallowed. That's my money. Greg tilted his head, smiling like Mason had said something adorable. Your money was sitting there, doing nothing. I made it do something useful. I walked down the steps slowly, coffee still warm in my mug, and stopped beside Mason. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't rush. I just stared at the key fob dangling from Greg's fingers. You took it out of his savings account, I said. Mom's smile strained. Paige, don't start. Greg flicked the fob in the air and caught it. I didn't take anything. I moved it. Family funds. Mason's voice came out too calm. I saved for 2 years. I worked nights at the gas station. I skipped prom. Greg shrugged. Then consider it a lesson. Real life. Your mother needed a reliable car. Mrs. Alvarez's curtain shifted. Across the street, someone's phone lifted and angled toward the driveway. Mason's jaw tightened. So what do I drive to work? Greg's eyes narrowed. You can borrow it, when we say so. Mom stepped closer, reaching for Mason's arm like a stage cue. Honey, you're being dramatic. It's still in the family. Mason pulled his arm back. He didn't yell. He didn't cry. He just looked at her like he'd never seen her before. You smiled, he said. You watched him do it and you smiled. Greg's tone sharpened. Watch your mouth. I took one slow breath and set my mug on the porch rail, careful. You know the account is in his name, right? Greg's smile didn't move, but something behind it did. He's a minor, doesn't matter. I nodded once, like I believed him. Okay. That night, I didn't argue. I didn't lecture. I sat on Mason's bed while he scrolled through his statement again and again. One clean transfer out, a dealership charge, a down payment amount that made his throat bob when he swallowed. They left me $212, he said. I held out my hand. Give me your phone. He hesitated, then passed it over. I opened the bank notifications. There it was. Greg's number, attached to a text from earlier that morning. Moved your savings. Don't make this ugly. One sentence, one mistake. I saved it. Screenshot, timestamp, contact name. I forwarded it to myself. Then I pulled a thin envelope from my hoodie pocket and slid it onto the bedspread. Mason frowned. What's that? Dad's emergency file.